Oh, check this out. I wonder if it works the same. Look at that. It's a lamp. Is it magic? Whoa!
Hello and welcome to Visual Recreation. I'm your movie genie, Drew. And you have three
Hi.
wishes that I will grant you.
Oh.
What's your name?
Well, hi, I'm Joey, the strategy guy.
All right.
Can I get 3 wishes?
Yes.
For releasing you?
But they only last to the end of this episode. So
Okay.
be wise.
Wish number 1. Let's see. Let's make it movie related. How about I wish for 3 new movies to come out this weekend?
All right.
Whoa. What happened?
And now there's 3 new movies coming out this weekend with Aladdin, Booksmart and Brightburn.
Oh, all right. Well, let's just jump right into it and talk about Aladdin. I mean, this is a reimagining, retelling of the same story, the animation, now live action of your favorite street rat turned prince, genie, magic. If you haven't seen the original, then I don't know what to tell you. But
I mean, it's not
Aladdin.
It's not my favorite street rat. My favorite street rat's Bucky.
All right.
But the cartoon version of Aladdin was voiced by Steve from Full House. This one starring Mena Massoud, Will Smith as the genie, and Naomi Scott as Jasmine.
That's right. Now, this was directed by Guy Ritchie, who's known for such movies like Sherlock Holmes, Snatch, King Arthur.
Yeah, infamously bad
yep.
King Arthur coming in. This one's going to be in around 4,300 theaters. This has a long-range forecast of $68.5 million.
Right.
There's no Rotten Tomato score just yet, but that's going to be coming in very, very soon. Joey, what do you think about this movie making $68.5 million? Do you think it's too high, too low? Just about right?
Hey, well,
Goldilocks?
when I initially saw this estimate, $68.5 million, I thought it was kind of low. I mean, it's Aladdin. It's a beloved Disney classic. I think it's going to do better than Dumbo that we just recently had, which is a lesser known or a lesser favorite Disney film, I should say. But Aladdin's up there. Aladdin's up there with Lion King in a lot of people's books.
Those people are wrong.
Are they?
Yeah. But keep going.
All right. Well, I don't know. I think it can push higher than 68 million.
Okay, I could definitely see it making higher than 68. I think this one is definitely a fan favorite for a lot. It's a well-known IP.
Yeah.
It has iconic songs. The only thing is, I think there's going to be definitely some people boycotting it because they love Robin Williams. They love Robin Williams' Genie, but also this one made headlines for how bad everybody thought the Genie looked as Blue with Will Smith. But even with that, I think this is going to be a major popular one to take your kids to, and I also think that people are going to go see it ironically to see exactly how bad it is going to be, because I know people are not looking forward to the hip-hop version of A Friend Like Me, because we're definitely going to get it, and it's not going to sound anything like Jiggy with it. My whole thing is, I can see it coming down even a little bit lower, kind of like how Detective Pikachu came in lower in its estimates compared to what everybody thought it could have gotten. So I think it's definitely going to be safe in the range of 60 million.
Okay.
But I don't see it going too much over 68 at this moment.
Yeah, and
that's my cautious.
I don't know. I think it can do higher because I think that initial shock factor that everyone had over Will Smith being just painted blue, it looked like. I don't know. It kind of grew on me after that first teaser trailer. I was in the same camp. Like, this looks horrible. But then once we got the more featurette trailer, I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it'd grow on people.
I think if it doesn't knock it out of the park the opening weekend, I think it's going to have great legs throughout its run in Fantasy Movie League. But now, let's go into Booksmart.
Okay.
Crack open that book and look inside and look. Oh, look, it's Booksmart. These girls who were putting their noses into their books, only studying, never partying throughout their high school experience, decide for one night they're going to go out and just wreak havoc and just take life by the horns and just party with it. And this movie starring Caitlin Dever, Beanie Fieldstein, and Billy Lord.
Okay.
And this one is directed by Olivia Wilde. Where would we know Olivia Wilde from, Joey?
Well, I mean, this is her directorial debut. She's mainly only directed video shorts, but she's been a well-known actress in movies like Life Itself, Tron Legacy, There's
Lazarus
more.
Effect.
Lazarus Effect, yes. That's right.
Drinking Buddies. A ton of better movies than what we just named she's been in.
Yeah, true. But looking at Booksmart, it's going to be in 2,300 plus theaters.
Wow.
It has 100% Rotten Tomato score, and
that's after 51 reviews.
Yeah, 51
That's
reviews.
Fantastic.
That's really good. But if you look at the long range forecast, it's only $7 million.
Okay.
So
my whole
what do you
My whole thing is that looking at this trailer, I thought this was going to be an indie film. We're going to get a soft opening, like a lot of indie films get, especially with a first-time director. This cast is fantastic, though. By the way, I love Will Forte. I love Lisa Kudrow. I love Caitlin Dever. Ben Fieldstein, Beanie Fieldstein is fantastic. So it has a very independent film vibe, but this one's coming out in 2,300 theaters. I don't know where to put this one. I really don't. I think a lot of the comps we could put to it is going to have that like soft opening vibe and only going to be expanding once it hits like the 2 or 3 week mark. This one's coming out full force right away. But $7 million for 100% Rotten Tomato score, and people are raving about this movie. I think it can get higher.
Yeah, I agree. I think it can do a lot better. It's going to be one to look out for in Fantasy Movie League for sure, depending on how it's priced. At the moment of filming this video, I don't know any of the prices, but I would say it could be a nice mid-range or low-range filler. I think it's going to be priced aggressively, though, because of the Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah.
And because of the low long-range forecast. It's going to be priced in a range that it's going to make you think if you should play it or not.
Exactly.
So.
And finally, the last movie we're going to be talking about is Brightburn.
Yes. Now, what if a child from another world landed on Earth, but instead of being a hero, it became something way more sinister?
Essentially, the elevator pitch for this movie is what if Superman growing up was evil instead of just being wholeheartedly good for really no apparent reason.
Yeah, evil Superman.
This one stars Elizabeth Banks, David Denman, and a kid.
Yeah, and a kid.
Jackson A. Dunn.
Jackson A. Dunn, yes.
That's the kid. And
Now,
also Badger from Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. Now, Brightburn it's going to be in 2,600 theaters. There's no Rotten Tomato score for this movie right now, and the long-range forecast is set at $9 million.
Wow. And that's a 10% decrease from last week's long-range forecast, which is a little terrifying. The only thing that I think is really good about this movie is that it's going to be one of the only horror movies that are going to be widely released. For a while, Curse of La Llorona was the only horror movie that we've had on the slate. Now Brightburn's coming out, and it's going to be the only full-on horror film that we're going to have. I feel as though this movie's a little bit more niche because it has that superhero effect on it, and I think people are going to be like, oh, maybe not my Superman, and they're going to wait. And I could possibly see this one being $7 million, $8 million. And I have a bold prediction that Booksmart could even hop over it.
Oh, there we go.
And beat it out this weekend.
All right. Well, I mean, I agree with that fully. Even though I think it could reach the $9 million. But yeah, I can see where it can reach a little less. It's already dropping. It is in the horror genre. And I don't know. Like, I feel like I say this every week, but there's better movies out there. The competition is real right now in the box office. So, yeah, I can see this one doing less than 9 or staying at 9.
Yeah, true. And it's going up against two more lighthearted films in the competition that are coming out this weekend with Aladdin, the family-friendly pick, and Booksmart, who is also rated R, but could have that, I want to go see a comedy more than I want to go see evil Superman kid.
Right. But that's it for this episode. Nice, short, sweet episode for you here on FantasyMovie League.
Before you end this, you have 2 more wishes left if you wanted to.
I do have 2 more wishes. Yeah. Well, what about this one? I wish that everyone watching this video hits subscribe while they're watching our other videos right over here.
It's done.
Wow. That was amazing.
All right. One last wish.
Oh, yeah. One more wish.
What could you wish for?
Might be a risky wish, but how about biscuits?
It's done.